Redpaw didn't trust the traitor. At least, that is how he thought about Crowfeather, though he would have never said the words aloud to any of the other cats in Moss Clan. If he was totally honest with himself, he didn't quite understand what the word traitor really meant either, but it seemed to fit how he thought of Crowfeather. A slinking cat who had disappeared from the clan during one of the most terrifying times that Redpaw could remember, then slunk back in just as the clan was beginning to recover, smelling of the salty waves of Branch Clan and leaving a trail of half-clan kits behind him. In Redpaw's mind, Crowfeather was almost as bad as Bartram, but at least Bartram, for all his annoying chatter and boast, was just some stray cat who had wandered into camp. Redpaw didn't like Bartram either, but at least he wasn't a traitor. And although the way Bartram trailed after Redpaw's sister, Robinpaw, like an annoying flea made Redpaw's tail twitch in annoyance, Bartram had impressive stories of all the strong creatures he had fought or outwitted. Redpaw wasn't sure just how many of the stories were true, and it seemed as though he was the only one in Moss Clan to doubt Bartram's tales, but even he found himself impressed by the sly cat's stories and possible power most nights. Now, Crowfeather was a different story. Crowfeather had abandoned them. Of course, Lionstar and the others didn't speak of it that way. They talked about Crowfeather leaving while the forest was still smoldering from the Skystone fire, as though Crowfeather had made some sort of awesome sacrifice. Not as though he had run away from danger, run off to his brother, the clan leader of Branch Clan, and sat growing fat on fish for a whole season while Moss Clan struggled to survive. And if that wasn't bad enough, Crowfeather had proven traitor yet again, this time abandoning Branch Clan and his own kits, just as Moss Clan finally was getting back on their paws. Redpaw twitched his tail, his claws flexing unconsciously out of his paws as the wave of anger built up within him yet again. He had felt angry for so long, but he had never been able to figure out exactly why, and he still wasn't entirely sure. He just knew that the anger grew and grew the longer he waited to gain his warrior name. The anger grew every time the clan doted on Oakglade or Robinpaw, or even plant-muddled Lizardpaw, while forgetting Redpaw stood in their shadows, training harder and harder, and growing stronger and stronger, with almost no cat at all in the clan noticing. But at least the anger now had a focus: Crowfeather. Redpaw glanced up between the bushes to the other cat in the clan who was supposed to have been by his side every day, his mentor, Briarstalk. But, as usual, Briarstalk was standing with Oakglade and Lionstar, busy talking about the important clan matters of patrols and prey piles, talks that Redpaw was not usually invited into. Redpaw's gaze slid to a new cat who had, without question, been invited into those meetings as soon as he had arrived again: Crowfeather. Redpaw felt the fur on the back of his neck rise and his tail lash against the forest floor behind him. How could his father Lionstar trust Crowfeather so quickly, as soon as the black and white Tom had arrived back in the clan? How could Lionstar even have let Crowfeather back in? Didn't they have enough mouths to feed? It had been so many days since the clan had had more than a few bits of juicy prey to nibble on between all the dreaded beetles. But did that really mean Lionstar had to abandon the forest and go dabbling at the lake for fish, like some Branch Clan cat, just because Crowfeather, the oh-so-wonderful fisher cat, was back? Why did Moss Clan, a clan of the forest, have to change who they were just because Crowfeather arrived tempting them with fish? They could survive as they were without him. With a soft hiss, Redpaw tried to let out the worst of his anger, but it simply sat heavy in his chest, somehow making him feel too heavy to move and too anxious to hold still at the same time. Despite his anger at having to learn how to fish at the lake with Crowfeather, even he had to admit there was not much of the usual forest prey around the camp territory lately. Redpaw frowned, glancing over his shoulder. But just because the prey hadn't been plentiful in this part of the forest didn't mean it was gone everywhere. Perhaps down by the edge of Moss Clan territory, at the contested meadow, there would be food. Redpaw glanced one last time at the gathered leaders of the clan, his eyes narrowing in annoyance. He could tell they were preparing to break into the usual patrols that they had had for the last few days. which meant the warriors would be going fishing again, learning how to poke into the murky waters of the lake with Crowfeather once more. Redpaw snorted and turned into the bushes, stalking away towards the edge of the main camp territory. Well, they could go splash in the water if they wanted to with that traitor, but he was going to try something different. Something to show them the forest was still the place they should hunt. Perhaps he'd find an impressive amount of prey down by the meadow. Perhaps he'd stumble on some weird-smelling plant that would set his sister and Doge's into meows of praise. Or perhaps he'd just find something to show them that he was worth paying attention to. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Warrior Cats Challenge here in The Sims 3 with all expansion packs and quite a bit of custom content. And we are here at Moss Clan today, getting ready still for Season 2. So don't despair everybody, yes, Season 2 is coming. We just have a few stray plots that we kind of need to wrap up. So keep your eyes and ears out because there's going to be a lot of hints being dropped left and right for very special things going on. Oh, and check this out, Mossleaf and Lionstar are just giving themselves a little bit of sharing tongues. Lizard Paw is stretching next to his mom and dad, just kind of starting the morning here. Oh, I love just seeing the quiet days of clan life too. It's really fun just to see how the clan is interacting and what they're up to. Though, of course, this peaceful, quiet scene, as you guys just saw, may actually have some downsides. There's a few cats in the clan who perhaps are not quite happy with how things have been going lately. And so Redpaw over here is actually going to be sneaking out of, and yes, I have to take pictures because they look so amazing. Redpaw is going to be sneaking out of the clan today. So while Lionstar is busy greeting his mate and kind of sharing tongues, oh, and look at that! Lizard Paw wants to share tongues with his dad. That is so awesome. Well, they're busy doing that, and of course, Oakglade is busy acting self-important in Redpaw's eyes, at least. Exploring around camp, it looks like Squirrelleap is taking a morning snooze before they start hunting for prey. So Briarstock right over here has actually been kind of ignoring his apprentice lately and all of the excitement of being a deputy and helping out with getting the clan fed. And then of course Crowfeather returning. What's Crowfeather up to right now? Oh, he's off to go pounce on Doge's. How is Doge's doing? Doge's was really depressed last time. She's still super lonely. Oh, she wants to go talk to Tommy and she wants to present a gift to Robinpaw and eat a fish. Oh, that's good. So Crowfeather is going to be leaving with Lionstar and some of the other warriors to do some more hunting over at the lake today and teach the other cats how to do some lake hunting. But Redpaw is about to skip out. He is actually going to be headed down to the meadows today. I wonder if there's anything else he wants to do. Maybe play with another pet. Oh, he wants to sniff Stonepole, so he is curious about what's going on in Branch Clan territory as well. Sniff Tommy. We might have him go ahead and sniff Tommy really quickly. Tommy's finishing breakfast. So yes, we will be focusing a little bit on the somewhat neglected Redpaw. He is very strong. He is a very powerful warrior. He's not really built for fishing, and he hasn't really had an easy time of trying to do fishing. So he's not that interested in going with the rest of the clan and doing that fishing bit. But actually, Bartram really seems to enjoy fishing. Let's see, Crowfeather. Oh, so he wants to socialize with Crowfeather. Nice. So let's come on over here. Oh my gosh, look at how much Crowfeather wants to do with Doge's. I wonder if he wants to ask Doge's maybe a little bit about kits and like how quickly they grow. I'm sure Crowfeather hasn't forgotten his kits, but he just couldn't. I mean, look, he wants to sniff. Oh, but he wants to sniff bee kit too. So I wonder what that means, like in terms of remembering his kits. We're just going to have to keep going and see what he would like to do. So let's have him go ahead and sniff. And then I think that we're going to have Bartram come on over in just a minute. He's sniffing Briarstock. Let's have him go here because I think he wants to volunteer to go with Crowfeather. Even though that's something that Bartram would have never seen in himself before, volunteering to go and do some hunting, that is definitely not something that Bartram would have attempted before. But don't forget, he's still trying to fulfill his promise to Robinpaw over here and hopefully manage to snag some fish to give to Robinpaw. So we'll have to see how that plays out. And let's see what else is happening. Where are the kits? The kits are doing good. We've got itty bitty little bee kit being hyper as usual, and he is headed off to go scratch his paws. His brother is all the way at the entrance to clan territory. What are you doing down here? We've had so many dogs down here. Bumblecate tends to be the one who tends to behave, but then that just means that you underestimate him for when he's going to get into trouble. So does anybody want to do anything with Bumblecate? Just in case we can see if anyone's going to catch him doing that. No, and Crowfeather's very curious about Beakit. Bumblecate, Mossleaf is curious about Bumblecate. So Mossleaf may go around looking, playfully chase Beakit. Oh, even Lionstar is curious about the kits. Anybody? Oh, and Honeywish wants to groom Dogaze, and she wants to playfully chase Oakglade. We'll go with groom Dogaze. Let's see. Anybody want to do anything? Groom Self. Briarstuck must be feeling a little bit kind of important at the moment if he wants to just focus on grooming himself. Survey from Cat Condo. Sniff Robinpaw. Chase Honey. Let's see. Lie down in pet bed. So Lizardpaw wants to take a bit of a nap. That sounds like that makes sense. Nope. Nobody wants to do anything with Bumblecate. So we're going to leave Bumblecate there. And if we go check on him in a little bit and there's a stray dog, then he's in trouble. But I think that's a good way to kind of tell if the kits are somewhere where they could get into trouble. If nobody has any interactions with them at the moment, I mean, I guess Mossleaf does, but she's busy at the moment grooming Lionstar. If nobody has any interactions, we might just leave the kits to see what kind of mysterious trouble they could get up into. Bumblecate, I'm going to check around and see if there's anything nearby. Really? Really? This is going to happen? I don't know about this. Bumblecate, why did you have to be right next to a stray dog? I really don't know about this. Who's the closest warrior? Actually, all right. Oh, Crowfeather and Dogaze are the closest, I think. Anybody else any closer? Oh. Actually, Briarstock and Honeywish. Honeywish, I don't think she would cope very well if there was a dog near her kit. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens over here. Oh no, I think the dog's, is it going to do the thing? Is it going to do the thing where before we even have an opportunity to interact with it? Hey, come back here, you. Let's see. What's he going to do? Oh my gosh. Exposed to the dog. What happens if we sniff the dog? Is it going to disappear on us? The stray dog might do the disappearing thing. I did the disappearing thing. Darn it. I was going to have like the random generator pull out and everything. Bumblecate. I'm going to remember that. So we'll have to remember that for his personality. In fact, can I even edit? I think there may be somewhere where I can edit him, like his little bio. And we'll have to remember he ran into a dog and the dog didn't see him, but it made him very curious. So Bumblecate, I think you're going to be a handful. We'll have to keep an eye on him because he's probably going to be quite the handful. Anyway, enough getting distracted. Redpaw. Let's go ahead and send Redpaw out in just a moment. So we'll let him make dirt and then we're going to send him out and we're going to see if Redpaw can get himself into some trouble down in the contested meadow. So he's going to have to walk all the way down here. We're going to see if he gets into any fights today. We're going to see if he happens to run into any other, I can't look around until the cats are actually here. Run into any cats over here of a particular type, and we'll have him kind of trot to his destination because he's being a little stealthy about it. All right, so let's go ahead and just get this day started. We need to start putting some prey down. We need to start getting things moving. So I think Crowfeather, what does he want to do? Oh, Bartram has actually already wiggled all the way over here. So we'll let him talk with Crowfeather. So he wants to socialize with Crowfeather. And Dogaze does need to do a little bit of work. We'll let her go take care of her paws. And then I think she may go over and start speaking with Robinpaw. Robinpaw, there you are. Robinpaw, I think. Oh, she wants to socialize with Bumblecate. That would be a wonderful interception. All right, Robinpaw, come here. Come here. She's starting to feel better, clearly. So I think we're going to have her come over and kind of, let's see, we'll have her sniff and socialize and kind of gently, quietly scold Bumblecate for being at the edge of clan territory. So good job, Robinpaw, watching out for those kits. She has a good soft spot for kits, too, so we'll have to see what happens. All right, and then are you guys done? Yes, finally. Okay, so looks like goof around, Lionstar. Goof around with your son. It looks like Lizardpaw is starting to really sort of warm up to his clan leader. So I wonder if he's just kind of reaching an age where he's also becoming just more mature as a whole. All right. But that being said, let's go ahead and socialize with him for just a second. There's no prey in the prey pile for real. I think there's like a goldfish scale. Yay, a whole goldfish. So we definitely need to add to the prey pile. So we'll send Crowfeather and Lionstar and the rest out soon. And I think Briarstalk is going to be, I mean, he has no thoughts at all about his own apprentice. So I think Briarstalk is going to be a little bit surprised not to find his apprentice today. But the cats are going to try fishing once more, which is actually why Redpaw thinks that they've absolutely lost it. Oh, and Bartram wants to go sniff Robinpaw. I see. Because he thinks that they, as forest cats, should be focusing on taking care of the forest and hunting in the forest. And here comes this interloper telling them to do all this fishing. What kind of nonsense is that? So we're going to come over with Crowfeather, go here, and we're going to do go here with. And so today it's going to be Briarstalk, who's going to be a little bit surprised not to see Redpaw with him. And Honeywish is going to stay. Lionstar is going to go. Mossleaf is going to stay. Oakglade is going to go. Robinpaw is going to stay. Squirreleap and Tommy are going to go because everybody is trying to be trained in fishing right now. And I think that Briarstalk, when he realizes that his apprentice wasn't there too, is going to have a little bit of a discussion, like a little bit of a scolding of Redpaw for wandering off. All right, but let's go ahead and see kind of just what the cats themselves get up into for the story today. Oh, be brushed, Willow. Okay, I will allow that, Willow. You can brush Mossleaf. And I'll replace that little tree. Aww, paws of love from cat love. So Willow the forest spirit is just feeling the cats today. So she's having a good time with the kitties that she watches over. And I think that Redpaw is still trotting away. I think that Robinpaw playfully chased Oakglade. Now that she's done, oh, Bumble just pounced her. How adorable is that? I think that Dogaze will come over and these two are going to start doing some training. So what happened with little Robinpaw is she actually lost her hunting skills. She became so sick that she lost her hunting skills. I think she gained a few of them back from doing a little bit of play hunting, but I'm going to actually take those away. Whoops, sorry guys. I was getting a piece of paper so I could make notes of what everybody's skills are at. And if you remember a couple episodes ago, we talked about how we're going to change it so that Robinpaw's skills as a medicine cat are actually going to relate to how effective her healing abilities are. So I really like that. We're now going to affect what level of their healing abilities, how dangerous the random rolls we do basically are for each cat based off of what the hunting skill points are. And she can only get those hunting skill points by training with Dogaze. And the training that they do, it can be a mix of doing like some of the stalking for prey, but for the most part, Dogaze, who has like level 8, so maybe that would be like an 80% chance of cats surviving certain things. Dogaze is going to have to train her apprentice primarily through pouncing again. So that's what they're going to do. We're actually going to remove Robinpaw's skills. So let me go ahead and go into Master Controller, Intermediate, and then you go to, not Intermediate, it would be Master Controller, Advanced Skill Level, Hunting, and we're going to set it to 0. So now her skill has vanished again. And we're going to do it that way because she needs to be retrained. So let's bring Dogaze over here. And I think we'll kind of focus on Robinpaw and Dogaze training today because Dogaze is feeling really lonely and I think she wants to present a gift. Oh, look at her go. She's like, there she is. I've been looking for her everywhere. And Bumblecate, I think, would have been told by Robinpaw to go back into camp and tell me, what are you doing here? Oh yeah, you're training today. I forgot. So I think that Honeywish is going to start trotting over thinking her kits are where they're supposed to be. So let's bring over her kits. And then they can play and do whatever they want, but they need to stay in a safe spot. There we go. And then over here with Crowfeather, now what we're going to do, Crowfeather is a master fisher. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go down all of the different cats and then we're going to change their fishing level. So far only Lionstar has managed to gain a couple fishing levels. So he has fishing level 2. So we're going to do, let's see, Lion, There we are. So when it comes down to it, Lionstar has a couple of fishing levels. Yeah, he's at fishing level 2 right now. And his forest skill is, I believe, maxed. And then his fishing skill is at level 2. So he can help the other cats train. And Squirreleap is actually, as you can tell, a amazing fisher. And I think she's snuck getting brushed by the forest spirit. You know what? Maybe we'll allow that to happen. What do you guys think about that? Is we may allow it so that the forest spirit can wander around and brush and feed the cats from time to time. We will never control Willow to do it and never control the cats to do it, but it's kind of like a perk of having the forest creature of your clan wandering around. Like it just kind of is a representative of maybe little perks that you get from your land. I like that idea. I think we might start doing that. So if Willow wants to wander around and brush the cats occasionally, she can do it. We just can't control her. So I think that would be good because it would just represent the cats like getting a boost from the land that they live in. All right. And then Briar is at level 9 for forest hunting, and we're going to put him at 0 for fishing because we got interrupted last time we tried to teach him fishing. And then little Tommy over here. Tommy has been doing better. He's not really a very good hunter though. He almost never shows up with anything. So we're going to see if he's any better with fishing. And then over here we have Oakglade, and Oakglade is at level 8 for forest hunting and level 0 for fishing. So we're going to start there today. Oh, he wants to go socialize with Redpaw. That's actually really important because Oakglade has been noticing his brother has been a little bit odd, and we may see more about that in a little bit too. All right, so let's go ahead and see what happens today. We need to change their skills. So if you're doing the challenge too, then you have NRAS Master Controller installed. You can change their skills by going to NRAS Master Controller. I showed you guys just a second ago, and then it's advanced skill level, and then you can change their skill level. Voila! And that's what we're going to be doing, so that we can have these different ranks, so that the cats can now have different hunting skills, determine their fighting skills, determine their hunting in the forest, their hunting in lakes or rivers and things like that. And it's going to really give different cats different edges. So now instead of just having like one really powerful fighter like Briarstalk be able to do all of the hunting and all of the fighting, no question, we'll separate how high his hunting skill is and how high his fighting skill is, so that if he ends up getting in a fight with another cat, then how high his fighting skill is, and if it's going to be like a fight against a cat, or if it's going to be a fight against a dog, or if it's going to be a fight against another clan cat within his clan, those will all have different skill levels. So that'll be very interesting. All right, Briarstalk, we're going to have to lower his skill level too. And it's so easy to do. I'm so excited that we've learned how to do this. You can really learn a lot just by messing around with the mods a little bit more. All right, and same for over here, advanced skill level. And so what we see here is now Crowfeather getting to look out at all of his friends. And I think Tommy maybe did get a little bit of the skill, but we'll just go ahead and set them all to 0 just to kind of start fresh. Now Crowleap, what the heck? Crowfeather gets to focus on all of his friends and how, look at him, he's like, all right guys, we're going to start training, and how they're going to start training for doing some fishing. So I think Oakglade would want to train directly with Crowfeather. So we're going to stay over here. Friendly socialize. He would probably have questions first. Being Oakglade, he's kind of very meticulous and careful, and he's a very, very thoughtful cat. And Lionstar will come over and probably start training with Squirreleap, because Squirreleap is just so full of like energy all the time. She'll go ahead and we'll have her sniff her leader and then play, and we'll do some pouncing. And then I think that as deputy, Briarstalk may pick up some tips, but I don't think he can do too much just yet. So we're going to go ahead and have him... Should I have him search the forest? I may have him do a little bit of forest hunting for just a moment with Tommy. So we're going to adjust his skill level back just like that. That's how easy it is. Back to level 9. And then you'll get a whole bunch of little pop-ups, but don't worry about that. And he's going to go off, and we'll have him stalk for prey for a minute. And then Tommy is going to take a nap because that's what Tommy does. So that should keep everybody over here pretty busy. And they're going to have to continue to just play pounce until finally Oakglade has managed to get 1 skill point, and then he can start doing fishing. But as you can see, he can't do any fishing right now, but we could actually have Lionstar do some fishing if he so wished, because he can earn fishing points, fishing skill point, now that he has some hunting. But you have to teach the skill in the first place to a cat, and you can do that through pouncing or through tackling some of the items that you have, like some of the little cat toys that you have. And we're going to set it up like this so that it really is more like the cats are teaching each other. All right, let's go see what Redpaw's up to. Are you down there yet? He's not down there just yet, so we're going to leave him alone so he can kind of settle in. And speaking of cats getting taught and cats learning things, Robinpaw, where is your mentor? All right, so Dogaze has finally worked her way over here. Let's have Dogaze go ahead and share tongues with Robinpaw for a moment. And then maybe Nuzzle. And they've sent the kits back home so that the kits will hopefully stay safe. And do you have any food? Can we eat that? We can present it to Robinpaw. And I think these two will kind of just spend a moment grooming and nuzzling and talking. Dogaze has been feeling very lonely. And even though she is happy that her apprentice Robinpaw is feeling better, I think that she may need a little bit of a deeper connection. So she may need one of her older friends who's not like somebody that she's in charge of to speak with her here in the clan. So we may see how that works. Go back up there, kits. Stay out of trouble. You've been caught. All right, now that everybody else is lined up, let's see what's going on with Redpaw down here. He is slowly trotting his way over. He's slowly trotting his way over to the meadow, and we need to make sure we don't bump into any dogs or 2-legs. If we do, he may get himself in a little bit of trouble. So, oh, and did somebody learn a skill point? Oh, it's just townies. Just townies. Oh, there's those weird little nano things. We can't really do anything with those yet. And then over here, a rock. Not really collecting any of those. All right, come on. Come on, Redpaw. Briar stalk, cut a rainbow. Oh, wonderful, a rainbow beetle. That'll really help us out. All right, come on, Redpaw. And then once he gets over to this lot, we can actually start looking around with him. All right, and look at Squirrely. She is such a fast learner. She is already ready to do some fishing. And Redpaw has now arrived to the contested meadow. So I think we'll have him kind of do a little bit, oh, a green chili pepper, or a green chili seed. I wonder what we could do with that. We'll have him do a little bit of scouting around. There's a bunch of seeds. I don't think he'd be that interested in the seeds, but maybe we can have him go here. And then, oh, and now Oakglade is ready to do some fishing as well. So I think Redpaw, I might have him, let's have him stalk for prey for just a second. What? A mushroom just like popped up out of nowhere. And I think he would avoid mushrooms after what just happened to his sister. So he would be leery of them. Meanwhile, Willow's busy painting. She's doing some interesting things. All right, can you find any food over here, Redpaw? I don't think he would search in the pond because that's not really his style. But I think it's kind of like Redpaw has run away from home for the day, and he's sort of trying to defy everybody in Moss Clan. And Briarstock just caught a termite, oh my gosh, because he's feeling very, very neglected. And it's going to be very interesting to see if he runs into any cats down here. The contested meadow is a place where we will often find we'll often find branch clan cats as well. Mossleaf just caught a parakeet, what? All right, just a beetle? That's all we've got down here, Redpaw? Sorry, buddy. All right, let's pop back up and see. Oh my gosh, what is happening to you, Squirrely? Why are you way over here? Why are there so many seeds? Oh my gosh, there's 1.5 billion seeds. We're gonna have to collect some of these. I guess they're coming over. Okay, we'll have her go ahead and scratch on this. And she's going to get hungry any second now. So does Tommy have anything to share? He doesn't. Tommy. Okay, so Squirreleap is ready to... And Tommy already woke up. That was a really quick nap. You guys, you were all supposed to stay over here where I could keep an eye on you. Man. All right, come here, Tommy. We'll send Tommy back over here. And then Crowfeather can now actually go ahead. Can he eat anything? Do we have anything he can eat? He's got a termite. And can we put it on the ground and have him eat it? I think the problem is, yeah, he can eat this. Good. And then now Oakglade has gotten this 1 skill point. There's a termite. Oh, he has a turtle and everything. What? He can present some of these things as food. Oh, he's stalking for prey to get his scratching skill back up. That's pretty smart. I'll let him do that for a second. And you know what, Lion Star? What are you doing? Oh, fine. You can lie down. I guess you're tired from learning how to do a little bit of fishing. And then Briarstalk is kind of hungry. Oh, I see. This is what happens when you turn your back on things and try to make it too complicated. Suddenly you're like, no, I've really got to fix it all. All right, come on, Briarstalk. We'll come over and get something to eat. Kind of fill our tummies a little bit on some other things. Play with pet, eat the food. And then we'll get Tommy over here. Tommy, you were supposed to learn how to do a whole bunch of pouncing. All right, or how to do some fishing. So we'll have Tommy learn from Crowfeather. And then we'll have Squirrely come down over here as soon as she's done. All right. And I'm just going to kind of leave Redpaw down there for a little bit. He caught a stag beetle, so at least he got something. An Oakglade. He's still doing a little bit of scratching, or he wants to do some scratching. Let's have him try doing a little bit of fishing and see if that actually improves his scratch ability for some reason. All right, the cats are more tired than I remember. See, that's the problem when you spend like the whole time trying to set up the role plays. Then you turn around and the game is like, no, your cats are exhausted. You're gonna have to just deal with it now. All right, so actually, I think we're going to take note. We're gonna go ahead and let Redpaw take a nap, because he really is just kind of running away for the moment. And we'll have to see any other cats over here just yet. No, not yet. All right, Redpaw. We'll see how his day away from home ends up. So far, Bumblecit is the one who has had things be the most interesting with getting in trouble when it came to... Where's he going? Oh, he's going to go beg Willow. Don't do that. I'm not sure if I should let them beg Willow. And Bartram, did you just throw up? Bartram, why are you over here? You should be going over and learning how to do the fishing too. Did Bartram escape my little fishing crew too? I'm gonna have to keep an eye on my fishing crew, else my cats are gonna start getting sick again. All right, Bartram, you need to get over here and you need to like learn how to fish, because those skill points he got last time from learning how to fish. All right, Oakglade, yeah, his scratching is going up for some reason by splashing around and trying to catch things. That's better. All right. And Briarstalk went and woke up Lion Star because the Lion Star is trying to take a little nap. Lion Star is not happy about that. Look at that. Oh, I wonder if that might cause some problems, because if you think about it, I mean, really think about this. Lion Star was getting really close to Briarstalk, especially as Briarstalk was filling the role as deputy. So, we're going to have to think about that. What's going to happen? Briarstalk's deputy right now, but Lion Star's best friend is Crowfeather. So we're going to have to see how that works out. All right, and let's go ahead. We're going to just let him go take a nap. And Briarstalk, we'll let him... I think he'll do a little bit more forest hunting, because he did have a little bit of success with it. And he'll feel maybe that there's too much noise along the river and everybody's going to be chasing the fish away. In fact, he did get rejected from Lion Star, so we may lower their relationship in a little bit. Just a teensy pinch, because Briarstalk's kind of feeling a little bit neglected in his own way, because Crowfeather just shows up and suddenly he's the most important cat in town. All right, let's go ahead and pounce Crowfeather a few more times. Come on, Tommy. Come on. You've got to learn how to do your basic skills. And then Squirreleap, are you done scratching things? All right, come here, Squirreleap. We'll have Squirreleap come on over. And then I think Oakglade can go ahead. He's the only one, I think, with extra food right now. Yeah, so I think he would offer Squirreleap some food, because she's probably... I imagine Squirreleap is not quiet at all about when she's hungry. And sorry if things are going a little bit slow, you guys. I'm just kind of getting you... Oh, Bartram! Bartram! He just caught some of his first prey! He just caught himself a minnow! Well, you know what he's probably going to do with that minnow, don't you? Well, he would probably be really excited that he caught it right now. But the fact of the matter is, it's just a tiny minnow. So is that good enough to present to Robinpaw? We're going to have to think about that. All right, Bartram, are you going to present that to Robinpaw, or are you going to try to get a bigger fish? Or maybe he would even try to like swap his minnow out with somebody else's fish. All right, but yeah, Squirreleap's here, and I imagine she is not quiet about when she's hungry. So let's go ahead and get Oakglade out, and he can go ahead and sniff Squirreleap. And then we'll have him give her maybe the pygmy tortoise, or man, he's got a lot of rare things. Oh, maybe the koi fish. Let's go ahead and present the koi fish to Squirreleap, so that she can have a little bit of food and not get sick. There we go. Oakley caught a koi fish. That's really good. So that's like one of the best catches that anybody has done here yet. And Tommy is a little bit of a slow learner. Have you guys noticed that? There! Now Tommy can start helping out with the fish too. Oh, yay! Squirreleap wants to become best friends with Lion Star. Oakley is going to present Squirreleap with the koi fish in just a second. Alright, I'm getting into the flow of things again, guys. Alright, Squirreleap, did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Where'd it go? Squirreleap, where'd it go? Where'd the koi fish go? Squirreleap! Don't tell me you dropped it. Oh, a tuna. Now that, Bartram, I think that's going to make Bartram happy to present it. Tuna, where the Squirreleap? Squirreleap, eat this and pretend that was your fish. I can't believe that she lost the fish. Somehow she just lost it. All right. And we'll let the cats go ahead and take a nap if they need to, because they're going to be here for a little while. So I think Tommy is going to come over. He'll probably splash around once or twice. Bartram's the only one. He must be just full of excitement right now. And we'll let him go ahead and do all of the fishing that he wants. And again, not in this season, but in season 2, we'll start capping how much they're able to fish during their patrol time with how many skill points they have in a particular area. And then they can enhance their skill points through actually like pouncing and playing with somebody who's more talented. Tommy, speaking of talented, how did you get a jellyfish from the lake? I'm not even going to question that. That's so odd. All right. But yeah, apologies if this episode is a little bit slow, just kind of letting things play out and getting back into the flow of everything. It was really surreal to kind of have that like month-long break from Warrior Cats, but I'm getting back into the flow of it, you guys. We're going to be moving into season 2, and I'm going to be constantly trying to find the way to strike the balance between just sort of stepping back and letting the cats get into trouble and do their own thing, and then seeing where our story that we actually write and our plots that we come up with go. So right now, Bartram's actually kind of distinguishing himself. In fact, he has now increased his hunting skill. That's fantastic. That's wonderful. So Bartram's distinguishing himself as a good fisher. The other hunting cats are taking a nap right now to sort of rest before they start fishing for the clan again. We've learned that Bumble is a little bit of a bundle of trouble because he seems to follow the rules most of the time, but he has a lot of curiosity, and he just ran into his first dog trail today, and I don't think he would tell anybody about that. Bumble, unlike his brother B-Kit, can really keep a good secret, and B-Kit is kind of like Squirrely. He's loud, he can't really keep a secret. He really likes, oh, and they're just rushing past each other. They're adorable. He really likes to make a big noise, like a big mess about things. Oh, and Bartram caught a frog. Oh, that's Crowfeather's favorite food. That could really improve their relationship. And then, oh, speaking of improving relationships, though. Oh no, Robin Paw. How'd you get fleas? The good thing is you're a medicine cat apprentice. Where'd you go? The good thing is you're a medicine cat apprentice, so you can't have fleas. All right, we'll go ahead and let her make dirt. I don't know why they have to pick like the most random areas to make dirt now and then. And then where is her mentor? There is Dogaze. A rainbow snail. Oh, now Bartram's actually gaining some proper fame for himself. That's pretty good. All right, and we're actually going to have Dogaze present a gift to Robin Paw if she can. Can she present the pigeon? Let's have her do a little bit of hunting. I think Dogaze would actually do a bit of forest hunting, and we'll sort out the skills for her in the future between forest hunting and between doing like her medicine cat skills. And you guys have had some great ideas for how to incorporate that challenge, by the way. We'll look into that too in the future. And actually, let's have him. He wants to... Dogaze, hang on just a second. It looks like Lizard Paw wants to talk to Dogaze. I feel like Lizard Paw has really... Oh, he's actually wanting to build a bit of a relationship with Dogaze. He has a relationship with almost nobody in the entire clan. Alright, so I think he wants to talk to Dogaze because he's a little bit worried about his sister. Lizard Paw has always tried to keep an eye out for his sister. And then B-Kit's going to go buzz around his mom and kind of harass her a little bit, so we'll leave that be. Haha, leave it be. Alright, and then Briarstalk. Be nuzzled? What? Oh my gosh, and there's food over here. We might be able to collect these. This is interesting. So Bartram's kind of, look at this, on their own. This is what I mean about when I have to step back and just let the cats take control of the story. It looks like Bartram is actually trying to get in with the deputy. So he's trying to sort of slip himself into the clan. Does he want to be here for the sake of the clan? Is he talking to Briarstalk and trying to get to know Briarstalk? Or maybe he's trying to kind of figure out where the lines of power are, and Briarstalk doesn't seem like he's really in the mood for it, but he does want to sniff Bartram. So it seems like they're exchanging a little bit of mutual curiosity about each other. All right. Well, I can live with that. Was that a horse? That was a horse. Oh my gosh. And there's a wild horse. He's eating the pumpkins. He's just eating these pumpkins. What are the cats going to do about this? Oh, I have no idea what they're going to do about this. Briarstock, what should we do about this? There's a wild horse. I think that we're going to watch it. We're going to have him and Bartram watch it for a moment. And we're going to see what they think about watching the wild horse together. I think that would be a bonding moment if they wanted it to be or not. All right, Bartram, come on, watch the wild horse. Is Briarstock going to watch it? He's eating the pumpkins. Look at this mohawk. Oh my gosh. I remember when this wild horse was a foal when we first started the series. Do you guys remember that? It has been a long time. Oh goodness. All right. Lionstar, still snoozing. He's going to need to wake up and take care of himself soon. Oh no, we've got Flea starting to show up in the clan. He destroyed that. Look at that. Wild horse ate the pumpkin vine. There's nothing left. And then he's just shimmying himself. There's another horse. Oh my gosh. All right. So I think that the cats are probably going to be a little bit worried about the horses. As deputy, this is something that Briarstock needs to worry about. And I think Bartram, who knows what kind of fibs and lies, I think Bartram is realizing he has an edge because maybe he can tell them about horses because they've never really been up close and personal with a horse before. So Bartram, there you go, buddy. Clever little buddy. He might have kind of an in there. But all right, so this fishing trip was not as well organized as I thought it would be. The cats just ended up snoozing the day away. Hopefully they will go home with a lot of food though. And actually, ironically, Bartram is the one who has the most fish. So it seems like Bartram truly is another good fishing cat. And now he can drop this big gigantic tuna down right at Robin Paw's feet. So I think he's going to be very excited about being able to do that. Robin Paw is still resting and we still have a bit of a chaotic mess with our clan as we are wrapping up towards season 2. We'll go ahead and replace that too. Mossleaf is just sound asleep as well. So yes, hang in there, you guys. I know this was kind of a slower day, but we've kind of got some key pieces of our plot in place where they need to be. And then we will move things on and kind of nudge things over towards season 2 next time. So I thank you guys so much for your patience, and I can't wait to see how everything goes. And remember, a lot of what we watch in the story kind of evolves as we're going. Bartram being a good fisher cat and Bartram trying to kind of get in with Briarstock, and the cat seeing a bunch of horses, and Bumblecit seeing the dog, and the way that Robin Paw is starting to regain her strength and play with the kits, and who knows what else the cats have been getting up to. Also, the way that Lionstar has started to sort of snub Briarstock, maybe without even meaning to, and paying more attention to time with Crowfeather. All of those things are things I didn't plan and things that we're going to start pulling together next time. So we're going to leave our snoozing Moss Clan cats, great fishers that they are, that really went how I thought it would, alone, and then I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.